What price will Bitcoin reach if history repeats itself? The Spanish trader, Pablo Gil, makes a forecast for the price of Bitcoin based on the study of historical patterns. Is the bullish cycle over for Bitcoin? Has the digital currency already reached its maximum? Is a new crypto winter coming? The answer to all questions, if a projection is made based on historical behavior patterns, is no. Several reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin. Gil explains that he has several reasons to be optimistic about Bitcoin. First, there is the fact that Bitcoin has had strong bullish momentum about 6 months after each halving. Statistically, then, there is a probability that the same thing will happen again. He also references spot Bitcoin ETFs that were approved in January 2024 in the United States. These financial products greatly facilitate institutional investment. Thus, many large capitals that previously viewed the digital asset market with some fear can now approach it through instruments regulated by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). Giant companies such as MassMutual, U.S. Bank and J.P. Morgan have already invested in Bitcoin indirectly through U.S. ETFs. Finally, Pablo Gil mentions the technological advances that have been developed in Bitcoin in recent months. Among them we can mention the Ordinals, BRC-20 and Runes protocols. All of them expand the functions of the Bitcoin network beyond the strictly monetary. Thanks to these developments, the creation of marketplaces for fungible and non-fungible tokens (NFT) in Bitcoin is facilitated. Growing adoption of the network for various uses is good for the price of Bitcoin, since BTC is required to pay commissions to miners and this increases its demand. The trader explains that he makes the projection taking into account the price at which BTC is at each halving as a starting point. Therefore, after the great rise that the digital currency had in the first 3 months of the current year, he had to update his forecast. Gil shows that, in the second halving, Bitcoin appreciated 26% of what it had appreciated in the first. In the third halving, Bitcoin appreciated 22% of what it had appreciated in the second. So, after the fourth halving, the most recent, he assumes that Bitcoin will appreciate 19% of what it had appreciated in the third. Therefore, he concludes, if Bitcoin was trading at $64,000 and will appreciate by 123%, 19% of 650%, the projection for Bitcoin would be around $142,000. This theory has a weak point. Every investor should understand that it is completely impossible to predict with complete accuracy how a financial asset will behave in the future. In the short term, volatility continues. Although many analysts are optimistic for Bitcoin in the medium and long term, in the short term, next hours, days and even weeks, high volatility can be expected for the digital currency. This volatility can include bearish corrections that do not necessarily nullify the bullish macro trend carried by BTC. Global scale processes also influence the price of Bitcoin, such as war conflicts or news about inflation rates in the world's great powers. According to Ripio's analysis, despite this, 2024 is being an exceptional year for Bitcoin, and bullish expectations continue. It is very clear, if we look at the price before each halving, that in each one Bitcoin adds one more digit. That indicator is indisputable, and it happened in just 12 years.